Willkommen, Ingenue, Konnichiwa, it's the Living Joke. My name is Cameron. I'm going to get the guys in a second, but welcome to the show. If you were watching a moment ago, I found one of my audio libraries has sound effects, and I was trying out a new sound effect as a test. It might be a little much. I don't know what we'll use it for.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah,
you look at the comment. Look at the guest chat. You'll see my reaction. Oh my god. Give a warning next time.
Don't know what we're going to use that for anyway.
Was that like an ass blowing out? What was that? It was like the THX on my end. It was like THX, and then it was like just fart like somebody's wet asshole.
Oh my goodness. So I want to remind everyone to please follow us on social media, TLJ_joke on Instagram and TikTok. We're also now on Facebook. It's a great place to find clips from the show and other fun stuff that we post. For absolutely everything, including extra gaming material, all this type of thing, you'll want to head over to our Substack, thelivingjoke.substack.com. And that's the place you want to subscribe because I have recently started a new Discord for The Living Joke. But here's the thing. We're not going to let everybody in. We're going to be saving Discord access for those who subscribe to our Substack for $8 a month. So we're going to be rolling that out slowly. We're inviting some friends and close compatriots that will make the Discord interesting. But if you head over and subscribe now, even if it's just for free, when we're really ready to launch that, we'll let everybody know when we're ready to start really taking those memberships and really get the Discord going. But it is created. It is happening. So although we might get into the whole their new age verification thing, which is going to be weird. We'll talk about it. Anyhow, so that's the follow us on all those places. Let me grab the guys. TLJ, here we are. There we are. Yay. Hi guys. How we doing?
Hello.
Ni hao ma, South Park Elementary. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. It's I'm sorry about that sound effect. It did not work the way I thought it was going to.
It was pretty intense, dude.
It was intense.
Yeah. The other one I found is this bass drop one that I think is better.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
That's cool.
Yeah, I feel like that could be useful somewhere along the way. But I just downloaded several, so I'll add them in as we go. But
we gotta get the anime wow effect in there.
Yeah, there's I have another one that is glass bones cracking. That could be helpful. I have train in traffic as well. Several. Even a mechanical clock ticking. So like if your segment's going too long.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah. So, anyway, yes, we have a lot of interesting stuff this week. We didn't do a ton of show planning, and I kind of gathered some things last night that I thought might be interesting to talk about. So, it's good though. But I wanted to start right off the bat with some important news, and that is I lost everyone and everything.
And it froze for me. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, I lost Connor. Everything is.
Me too, so I just re-entered the call.
Oh, that's weird.
Weird.
It's yeah, very strange.
Sorry about
but
that.
but I wanted to let everybody know that we are going to be doing a partnership with the new board game Woke Word Wars. This is a Cards Against Humanity style board game from a guy named Brian out in California, and he has taken all your favorite woke phrases and turned it into an absolutely hilarious board game. There's also a gameplay element where you can change a decision or change someone's card using a trump card with a little Trump hair on it. All this. It's gonna be yes, exactly. Here we go.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
So Brian is booked to come talk to us on March 4th. He's gonna send us a copy of the game in the meantime, and we're gonna be playing it live during the regular show, or we'll tape a video and post it. We're working out the details and all of that, but that's coming on March 4th. So the creator of the game is going to be here, and hopefully before then, if we can time it right, we'll have already played the game by the time Brian gets here. And so that's so that'll be a lot of fun. And it will cause us maybe to clean out the game room, because right now there's a snow shovel in there and a drill and a bunch of just stuff.
A lot of random stuff.
Yeah, a lot of random stuff. It's become a catch-all. So that's coming up. So I'm excited, guys. I know I showed you
Thank
the website.
You, Nora.
Yeah, thank you, Nora. Thank you for coming, and thank you for watching. I showed you the website. Connor, did Will send you the website for this game?
No.
Okay.
I failed.
I guess that's no.
Okay. Woke Word Wars. Yeah, it's a very. We'll take a look real quick. We won't spend too much time on this, but.
Nora says any other games we're excited for after this. So, Woke Word Wars.
Yes.
Spamboy games.
Yeah, so like it's a dangerous, funny card game where satire meets meltdown. Predict the progressive apocalypse, offend your friends, and earn points for surviving the culture war. And there's a how to play video and all this type of thing. And so so it's a lot of fun. You do get safe space trump cards for liberal people that can't handle this. So I'm pretty sure I'll somehow be fine despite being a liberal person. I think I will survive.
I think you'll survive.
Yes.
I thought this was more of like a left leaning game, so I didn't realize.
No. It's the opposite. It is exactly. It is the opposite. It's basically. I love this review. It's basically a hate crime in a box. Would not recommend.
Oh my! Oh yeah, Kale for life. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
I played one round, called my wife a cis-normative patriarchal enabler, and now I live in a van behind the Whole Foods. 1010 would play again. So it's it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's definitely lampooning a lot of the linguistic stuff from woke DEI stuff and all this type of thing. So it should be a lot of fun. Someone asked what games we're excited for coming out soon. I know
the remake of Fable.
Yes, absolutely.
Resident Evil 9 for me.
I am somewhat interested in Civilization 7. Somewhat. Maybe not. We will see. But it's that's I think the games that I'm excited about coming up. But I'm still very excited about getting to play this game and getting to talk to the creator. Is going to be super cool, and he was very cool. And big shout out to the company for sending us a free copy of this game. It's like our first free thing we get for doing this, which is cool. So so anyway, that's what I just wanted to kind of start off with that. and let everybody know that that's coming, and March 4th the creator will be here, and we'll have hopefully played the game before then. So
Thank you,
yeah.
Spamboy Games.
Thank you, Spamboy Games, and thank you, Brian, for being so responsive and being willing to come and talk with us. It was a cold write-in. They had written into the Cameron Journal to have him on the show, and I said that's all fine and well, but I said actually we'd have more fun on my other show, and he agreed and everything. So it's the nice thing about being me is I get offers for this stuff. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, so anyway, that's it. So that's kind of the big kind of updates and all this type of thing. So I want to go right into segment 1, and Connor, this is you, because
Yep.
on stream you were playing this new game called Sulfur, and I was watching along with you, as I do because I always watch your streams. I keep them going in the background, and so I thought maybe you could tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, it's funny because I was like, oh, what should I talk about on the show? And had no idea what to talk about, and was like, maybe I'll talk about Sulfur. And then I looked at the document today, and I'm like, oh, I didn't put that
So
there.
how psychic of you.
I'm already, yeah, we're already there. I'm already there.
We're
So
all on the same wavelength.
we are, and it's good. It's good. It's so good. So
Yeah, I don't know. I was hesitant. I just saw it in YouTube Shorts. Is how I discovered it. It came out at the end of 2024, I think. I normally don't like games like this, so it really caught me by surprise. Like, if you've played Tarkov, or I'm imagining like Arc Raiders is similar, where if you die, you lose everything, kind of
Mhm.
deal. So that's
yeah,
how it is in this game. Like, you have your base is a church, because apparently you're like a priest and this witch burnt down the town. I'm not very far in. That's all the story I know so far, and we're like chasing the witch.
Dang old witches, man.
Yeah, what a piece of
burn the
shit.
witch.
And then you go into, you'd consider like a drop, but there's different maps. The first level's a cave, not to spoil too much. The second level's a town, and that's as far as I've gotten, because it can be a pain in the ass. It's hard. Um,
So
but
this is some combat here. Okay.
yeah, there's some combat there. The goofy
What makes it
style.
so difficult? I love the
What
style.
makes it difficult? For one, some randomness where, like, I'm not sure what if it's based on anything, but like the first couple times I ran the caves early on, it was really just like generic. It was like these goblins you're seeing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, I went back for another run just to gather some stuff, and then all of a sudden, these enemies who I haven't even seen in the second level, who look like Jason Voorhees with fucking railguns,
Oh God.
were just in a room and started mowing me down, like trying to. So even in like the going into the town, right, the second level, there's enemies with guns, but most of them have patterns. So of course you learn an enemy's pattern, and then you can work around it, be strategic. The Jason Voorhees guys, I don't know. They just did not stop shooting. I don't even think they have to reload.
It's what is that called? They're hit scanners.
Yeah,
It's hit scanning
it's like a
when you.
DPS check.
Yeah. Yep. Always. Anytime you're in their vision, you'll get hit with damage.
Mm-hmm. And the only strategy is like kill them fast before they kill you.
Kill them fast. Jump around.
Like, I didn't at first. I was like, at first I didn't think it was too difficult. I watched an intro video or someone's review because I didn't want to buy it without at least having an idea. And they seemed to think it was pretty difficult. And then I went to like a few runs through the caves, unlocked weapons and shit. And it's like, oh, and then yeah, I got into town. The town's a lot more difficult with gunners, and then the random. I think it might. I have to confirm, but I think it might scale with like what level of gear you have and shit. So all the weapons you find can be leveled up, and you can put spells on them or oils. Both just give different effects. The oils give various effects like stat boosts or change the size of bullets, shit like that. The spells give elemental effects to like freeze enemies or set them on fire, of course. And I think, regardless, because cave's meant to be level 1, but I think if you take more scaled up gear in there, the game reacts and throws more challenging shit in your face.
So this is Tarkov in Adventure Time, where you diddy your gun for upgrades.
Yeah.
You rub oils all over your gun. You
Yeah.
diddy.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
I
Yeah.
like it. I like it. Is it?
No, I
That's
don't know.
it. Like the art style really does look like Adventure Time, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And it's great. It's really fun. Like the contrast of the cartoony simpleness compared to the ultra violence of swarms of enemies you might face, and the silly blood and gore is like pretty
Very
funny.
cartoonish. Very cartoon. I love it.
Yeah.
I'll get a plain white
No,
tee.
it's fun though.
Yeah.
New game, picked it up, just thought it'd be fun, and I'm kind of addicted. I didn't know that like looter. I didn't think I'd like the aspect of like you lose shit when you die. But I kind of like the strategicness of actually like planning my run and finding guns I want, which ones I care about, or I'm gonna try a risky run and just not give a shit, like bring bullshit in.
God, he's fallen into the cult. Oh no.
I know.
He's fallen into the looter shooter cult. Oh no.
I know.
So if you like this kind of game but want a fun single player experience and not get fucking destroyed by tryhards that play the game 24/7 like Tarkov, then try this.
Yeah.
It's all PvE.
Yeah, I believe so.
Cool. All right.
haven't
I
seen
mean, I
anything
like
from
those
multiplayer.
kind of games. I like roguelikes like that.
Yeah, it's a very traditional roguelike. Very fun. By the time I really got into roguelikes, we started the shift into the roguelite era of games. So I really didn't experience too many that had the more. I didn't even really know like the big differences, but I have a better understanding now.
You didn't see the benevolence. Now you are overcome.
It was entertaining to watch, I'll say.
Yeah, the RPG aspect's fun too. You can get really creative with the gun creation the longer you play, I feel like.
How much is it?
It's $20 on Steam right now.
For $20, you can diddy your gun too.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, and looks like there's been some recent updates and everything, and this is a live. Someone's playing the game on live, but there's the little trailers and everything down here that you can. Yeah, they have updates and all this.
Oh, must be nice to have all those recipes. I can't wait until I can buy the recipe book for 50,000 fucking gold.
So yeah, it's it's all sorts of fun stuff, but yeah, it has really great reviews, very positive, and Steam.
Wait, I can block melee attacks? What the fuck? I didn't know I could block melee attacks. I didn't know there was other melee weapons either.
Well, maybe watch the videos, Connor.
Read the instruction booklet. Have you read the manual?
Like it's 1995. Yeah, no, it's all here in these little videos down here. So
yeah.
Yeah. So it's so All right. Well, like I said, it looked like you were having a great grand old time, so I thought it'd be fun to talk about.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
blast.
yeah, no, good, and it was again a kind of a perfect situation because you didn't know what you were going to talk about, and I was kind of like, I'm going to get Connor to talk about this, and it's worked out. So it's yeah, so good, good, good. So I this week I have some gaming news. This never happens, but I have some. Um, so there's been hubbub in the world of Marvel Rivals and Overwatch. Um, and we have a big new Marvel Rivals patch. There's a bunch of changes coming up, but the big news is that they are adding in some new heroes because gameplay has fallen off. And I can confirm, because when is the last time we played at Marvel Rivals? Before Christmas. We haven't played it this calendar year. At least I haven't. We haven't all together,
No,
sort
we
of
have.
thing.
I haven't played at all.
Yeah. So, so that's part of the new update. They're also doing some game balancing stuff as well. But the big thing is Overwatch has lost a lot of market share to Marvel Rivals, and so Overwatch is trying to catch up. So, kind of quickly dashing through some of these Marvel Rivals changes. We have a lot. We have the new hero, one of the new heroes here, Elsa Bloodstone, and then we just have lots of quality of life things. I play Doctor Strange, so I was paying attention to this. The shield recovery speed is reduced, which is very helpful, and the shield regeneration is lower slightly. So you'd have the shield for longer, but it can be killed slightly more quickly. So that's probably going to end up being a net on that one. For Thor, the hammer throw now grants health on hit, which is interesting. And it looks like there was some minor changes to Venom with some 25 additional health and some other fun things. I'm really just going through things that we all play. Squirrel Girl, the uncharged blockade projectile speed has increased, which is
Oh, good.
insane. Yeah, so that is increased. Let's see who else here might we care about. I saw this for Loki and I was sad. The mystical missile charges were reduced from 12 to 10. That's unfortunate. Um, so, and then there's some team up abilities like Sonic Mayhem, Invisible Woman, and Doctor Strange, which is a lot of fun.
Oh
And
wow,
all
they
this.
added Deadpool. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they added
Yes,
Deadpool. I was gonna ask if you guys saw that.
I've
yes,
literally
Deadpool.
not paid attention at all.
Yeah,
Guess what role Deadpool is?
Support.
Vanguard.
Cam.
I want to say he's in the.
Deadpool's all three roles. You can play him DPS, you can play him tank, or you can play him healer, and he has different abilities on every fucking one.
Oh, that's not overpowered.
I thought it
That's
was stupid when I
disgusting.
saw it.
No,
But
that's disgusting. Now I want to click on this and find out what has happened here. Let's find out more. Best comment. Let's
yeah,
see.
when you
Deadpool is joining
yeah.
Marvel Rivals in season 6, and his kit is built around chaos, mobility, and forcing bad decisions. He is listed as a 0-star difficulty hero, but that does not mean he plays like a basic character. Deadpool is designed to flex across roles, swap weapon sets, and power up mid-match through an experience and upgrade system.
Power up.
Yeah.
What?
So like depending on what role you play,
Yeah.
he has a book, like a comic book basically, and then as you charge it up, you can open it up and like power up something permanently.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's cool. I think that's a cool premise, but that's going to be
Yeah.
absolute chaos. I mean, I think we all have difficulty playing Light and Shadow, the duo character thing. I do particularly. I
Yes.
suck at that
Oh,
character.
Cloak and Dagger is a pain in
Cloak
the
and
ass,
Dagger,
yes.
that's what it is. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
barely handle
absolutely.
Cloak and Dagger. I don't know I'm going to handle triple Deadpool.
I think
Yeah,
luckily
it's
the difference is you instead of like a cloak and dagger mechanic where you switch mid match, I think when you're in character select, I think you select which role of Deadpool you want to play, and then you're like locked into that for the match. I think.
I hope so. Because if it's the other way, that's going to be nuts. I suppose you could also switch if you wanted to. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
If you selected a different character first, I don't know.
Yeah, it's it goes into all these different combinations and all this stuff. It doesn't get into all that, but yes. But anyways, there's new heroes happening. There's new things happening in the world of Marvel and the Marvel Rivals. I did find this delightful article from the University of Indiana, the Indiana Daily Student, that was comparing the two together by a Mr. Stephen Leatherwood, very very German name. And it says here that game developer and publisher Blizzard Entertainment announced the new Reign of Talon update for Overwatch on February 4th to be released on February 10th. This update finally breaks the mold of slow content releases for the game and takes Overwatch in a new direction. However, I think the sudden shift in content release can be directly attributed to one of its greatest competitors last year, Marvel Rivals. When NetEase Games announced its own hero shooter game to add to the market, released in December 2024, many Overwatch players migrated to the new game. Overwatch 2, as it was called then, had been in a constant balancing dry spell ever since it rebranded itself in 2022. So when players like me saw the fresh and risk-taking Marvel Rivals, we were excited to try it. Overwatch was always the staple competitive hero shooter, where each player helps the team with the ability to capture objectives. Marvel Rivals uses a similar format, except the heroes you choose are iconic Marvel characters. So while Overwatch well done its mediocrity, Marvel Rivals blew up in popularity, player numbers peaking over 444,000 players, about 6 times as many as Overwatch's. The gameplay was similar to the old style of Overwatch, bringing back 6-player teams and taking more risks, like including portals and infinitely flying characters. And it says here that Overwatch is about to change its long-standing model by promising a release of 10 new heroes this year, with 5 of them dropping last week when this was written. Some of these heroes are long-awaited heroes teased many years ago, like Jetpack, Cat, and Emery. I believe that they're doing this as a direct result of the breakneck content pace of Marvel Rivals. I was a long-time Overwatch player, mainly before Overwatch 2 was released. I was also one of those players who abandoned Overwatch for Marvel Rivals when it was released, and I still play the game quite a bit. So I'm a bit impressed by the lengths that Overwatch is going to regain its spot as the lead hero shooter game. And then he says he may or may not return to Overwatch. So it looks like things are hotting up between Marvel Rivals and Overwatch. But I thought it would just be interesting to kind of take a look back. We have completely abandoned Overwatch. I was a diehard Overwatch person. I haven't played in years now. But we haven't played Marvel Rivals in a couple months, so I thought I would put it to the guys and say, does all of this new stuff make you want to do Marvel Rivals anytime soon?
No, not at all.
No.
No, it's like no. He's busy on Sulfur. He's whacking the barrels and finding the weapons and rubbing his oils.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's okay. I just don't really. I don't know. The one thing I'll say about Overwatch versus Marvel Rivals characters is that the Marvel Rivals characters actually feel like they matter and do meaningful things. Unlike Overwatch, it's just like you haven't like updated much of anything other than make like tanks pieces of glass and make shit impossible to hit because you let them like the movement speed is just fucking wild in that game and what you can do. It's just chaos. That game is chaos. Yeah, but no, I mean, if you want to play Cam, I'll play with you. But yeah, I probably won't play much on my own, to be honest. I feel like the hero shooter kind of lost its appeal to me.
Yeah, I mean, I am somewhat curious about Marvel Rivals. I may log in and see what the hubbub is about. But here's what I have a sneaky suspicion is going to happen. I'm going to log in. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to play a couple rounds. Be like, okay, this is cool, and then I won't. I'll end up playing a few rounds, log out, and then not touch it again for months. I do. I feel, it's just kind of like it's just kind of where like Overwatch. Everyone plays the same 5 or 6 characters because they're the only characters that actually do anything. There are lots of characters in Overwatch that just don't move the needle. That's why I ended up becoming a Junkrat main, because I could actually do something. I could actually have an effect. And I feel like Marvel Rivals is a little bit better about that in terms of whatever you play, there's an advantage there, and there's something to be helpful, something to work on. And that's quite nice. But yeah, I don't even have Overwatch installed right now. and I was a diehard Overwatch person for a long
I
time.
had Overwatch
so.
on disc, like when it came out.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I've told this story before, but like literally, so how I met Will, and by extension Connor, I bought the PS4 with Overwatch like giant box thing because I saw an ad on television in 2017. I had been a content creator for a couple years. I had quit that and gone back to work, and so I had free time for the first time in years at that point, and probably 10 years at that point because I wasn't in education. I wasn't running my own business for the first time in a decade. So I actually had time to do shit. And I bought Overwatch on disc in a real case with my co-package with my PlayStation 4, brought it home, set it up, and like set up a PSN account and all this type of thing. And I met Will randomly matched on Overwatch way back then. So
Yours setup was much easier than mine. I went to GameStop and bought the day one edition PC box, and then I went home and realized I don't have a DVD CD drive in my computer. So back to Best Buy I went, and I bought a CD drive so I could install the game through the disk drive into my computer.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was yeah, no, that was
Didn't even think
it
about
was
it. You know, it's
yeah,
like
no,
growing up for us, it's like everything had a CD drive.
yeah, no, I was so the laptop I had before this one that I bought in 2021 had a disk drive in it, and then when I had to get a new laptop after only a year, my new MacBook Pro did comes with two plugs, no drives. It is absolutely awful. I don't know if my gaming computer comes with a drive. I've never. Nope, it didn't. Nope, it doesn't.
No.
Yeah. So it just totally. Yeah, I did have at one time. I had an external DVD drive for my Mac, but I almost never used it, so I finally got rid of it in the last move. I'm like, you know what? I've moved this thing across the country 3 times and I never used it. I think we can let it go. So, I let that situation go. But yeah. Anyway, so that's the update on Overwatch and Marvel Rivals. It sounds like we're not going to rush back to these games, but someone watching may may want to. So
Remember when we were big into Overwatch, and then it was like suddenly, like in season 3, everybody was gay.
yes, well,
Do you remember
that
that? All of
yes.
a sudden, they changed like everybody's backstory, and everybody was gay. And it was like, what is happening in this game? I thought this was a hero shooter.
I mean, I thought the whole thing between Roadhog and Junkrat made sense. The like chubby dude twink thing, like that's cool, you know. Um, that's I mean that that sort of thing. But not everyone needed to be gay. Like just those
It was
two.
like
That was enough
it was
gay.
like
Yeah.
Soldier was also gay, but he had sex with a woman once, and that's how Pharaoh's here.
Yes. I
But then
mean,
he went gay later, and it's like, what is the story of Overwatch?
I mean, we stan a
I'm
bisexual
much
king.
more interested to know how Winston escaped from a science lab. You know,
Yes. Yes.
I don't need the intricate details of the butt plug that Junkrat puts up his ass from Roadhog. Like,
It's probably
like
rusty.
I was gonna say, it was like, well, Overwatch is trying to spice it up. I said, well, they probably need more gay characters. The
Yeah.
solution to everything.
Yeah, it's like make it weird, add gays. I honestly I would prefer
Just
yeah.
just to say, there's nothing wrong with any of that and diversity and everything. It just feels like when they do what Overwatch in particular is a big offender. It feels
Yeah.
like they just slap it on there and put the characters like skill set secondary. It's kind
Yeah.
of like there's just a bunch of like duplicate people that don't really need to be there.
Yeah.
It feels like they don't have any sort of thing that sets them apart. I feel like from like a personality, like somebody to relate to, like a character that you like or something. I think because they just feel kind of cookie cutter after a while, you know.
Yeah, I feel that way.
Yeah, and I also I think the other thing to remember from a marketing and branding point of view, is the vast majority of your player base is not going to be gay. So you need to have something for everybody. Like it's okay. Public service announcement.
PSA.
It is PSA. It is okay to have straight white people in video games. It's approved. We stan. It's okay. Like, and honestly, we need other representation. How you don't see very many short men in games, do you? Connor is underrepresented in the vast majority of games. We need small minion running hither thither doing badass things because Connor's a badass in real life. He'll beat the shit out of you. Like it's great. Like underrepresented.
PS1 Brave Fencer Musashi, the true short samurai king.
Exactly.
I was gonna say they recently released Golem.
Hell yeah.
No. I was gonna say though, but the remake of Fable makes sense though because you are a short guy in that game.
Yeah. Oh, you start as a kid.
Oh, you start. Oh, okay. Because I always watched you play the beginning of it. I didn't realize. So that's when you're a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But you're still a short man.
Yep.
No, I mean this herein lay the point is that it's okay. Like as much as it's okay to be gay, it's also okay to not be. Like that's also fine as well. Like yeah, like we don't have not everything has to be some weird divergent. Like diversity means diversity, a wide variety of things, a actual diversity, not a lot of just like, oh well, this is media and this is what's trendy right now, so we have to have all the. No, it's okay for things to just be things. It's fine. Like
and also like I think Bo like mentioned this a little bit, but the major issue is that it's just like fucking hollow. Like there's no real story. There's no like how the fuck does it contribute to the game? I don't think anyone here. I mean, I know no one here cares if the characters are gay or straight or what the fuck ever.
No,
because it doesn't matter to the video game.
It doesn't matter.
And so then when you take a character and don't do anything with their do literally nothing with them, and then they're just like, oh, this character's gay now, or vice versa, or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's so fucking lazy. That's the issue. Is it's lazy.
It is lazy.
I will say, as a larger person, everyone in our comment section knows I'm fat. One guy told me today that I haven't seen my dick since 2003. It's actually 2001, but that's not the point. The point is, I did enjoy the fact that as a larger person, to have Roadhog be amazing and also kind of fat. That was, I'll have to say, that was kind of nice. But here's the thing: we need all kinds. Soldier 76 can be a wonderful ally, but he doesn't need to like actually be gay. Like he doesn't need to like he can just be a wonderful ally. He's the straight guy friend that is 0% gay but is very helpful. Like that's fine. Like we don't like again, it has to be diversity of background, of nationality, of all the things, not not just one thing.
Bastion is gay because he likes that bird.
Yeah,
that's what makes Bastion the robot okay.
Damn it, you're talking. I was gonna say, what's the robot character? What's his
or Orisa, Orisa the gay robot.
Well, now Arisa's very lesbian coded. Large hips, drives a Subaru, very lesbian coded with Arisa.
And she's very Nubian queen. I mean, because the theme was Africa at the time, but I loved Arisa. Yes. I thought she was a great character.
I was very sad when they got rid of the big windshield shield she had, because it was great for pushing into a point. Like, she was so good for pushing into a point, and they don't have that anymore. And they reduced her health, so she's not good. The last time I played Overwatch, it was a disaster. It was a disaster. I switched to D.Va on my first death. Literally.
Hell yeah.
I'm just kind of like, nope. So, but yeah, and the tanks in Overwatch are so terrible now, to your point.
They're just like glass now. It feels terrible.
Yeah. No, but the long story long is diversity means diversity, which means everything from straight white male that puts butter on bread to make a sandwich, all the way to a multi. I know. multisexual, pansexual African goddess who participates in rituals dancing naked under the moonlight in the woods, and everything in between. That's actual diversity, not just shoehorning everyone to be gay or whatever or what have you.
Shout out
That's
to my
just
mom. She loves
performative.
butter on bread. I don't do that though.
That's also a very British thing. That's a very British thing. The British do that. They do.
Mm.
They'll butter a bread before making a sandwich, which I just think is so weird.
Yeah,
I'm like,
makes
that's a
sense.
mouthful of butter. Yeah. So it's if the spiciest thing in your kitchen is mayonnaise, that's okay. We welcome you anyway, and you deserve to have a Presbyterian Midwestern hero in Overwatch too.
For anybody
So-
that thinks I don't like spicy things, I once consumed a whole bottle of garlic and Carolina Reaper hot sauce with with Maruga scorpion in it. It was delicious.
Yes, I did. Remember the first time you made chicken? I was very worried about the flavor profile of this.
Oh my God.
This chicken. I was
Yeah,
very, I was very concerned. I was very
I,
concerned.
I said to Cameron, I said, "So is this the first time you've ever lived in a house where the white man makes the chicken?"
And I'm like, yes, and it actually tastes and has flavor and is well seasoned, which is a great perk. But it was very, I was very concerned. Very concerned. Those first couple weeks of meals and cooking together were interesting. So.
It makes me want to tell a quick story, and I'm going to exaggerate a little bit for fun, but it makes me think of working at Mario's. And I was like, what did they have? They did like the chicken, and then they had it coated with like the almond kind of like shavings. You know what I'm talking about, Bo? And they kind of like bread it with that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So
yeah, I'll look it up.
Yeah, so we had that, and I'm like, I'm over. One of the other chefs are showing me how to do it, and I do one real quick, and
Almondine, that's what it is.
yeah, and and I do it, and I look at it, and I'm like, it doesn't look great, but I'm like, oh, there's like a couple pieces missing, and then big boss man, who comes over and like looks at it, and he's like, what the fuck is this disgrace? So let me be clear, the exaggeration is not his reaction. The exaggeration is that my almondine looked like shit. But but his genuine reaction was like, what is this fucking garbage? Like, just freaking out. He's like, is this the best you can do? You cannot come work on my fucking line. This is having a total fucking aneurysm.
He is the Gordon Ramsay of upstate, I swear.
And and I've had a good relationship with my boss here. I've known him my whole, friend of the family, whatever. And I'm just like, oh, sorry, I can try again and do better. By then he was gone. I think he was just lost in mental breakdown like fucking mode, so he just yelled at me more and then fucking stormed off.
He told me one time, he said, if I ever see you wash a dish like that, a pan like that again, I'm gonna fucking cut you off at your knees. So then you'll be useless to me and everybody else. And then I'm gonna cut off your little dick and balls too. So you're useless to women too. And then Joe comes over, and Joe says, "Don't worry, Will. He can't reach your knees."
No,
he is shorter. He's a shorter guy, but.
And this is why everyone who works in food does cocaine, by the way. In case you ever wanted to know, this is
Probably
why everyone in the
helped.
restaurant is high.
Everybody in a kitchen does drugs. Everybody in a kitchen does drugs.
Yes. That was when I used to. I did food delivery for about a year and a half or so, and I was offered I was not doing drugs at that time in my life. I was offered so many drugs stopping and picking up food because a lot of the time, this is way back in 2015. So a lot of restaurants who were on Uber Eats, which was a new thing at the time, they would have you come into the back to get the food. They didn't have like shelves out front or anything like that yet, like they do now. So I met tons of people in kitchens throughout the Tacoma area, and I got offered so many drugs. It was quite insane, especially after a couple months they got to know me because I would work every weekend, like Thursday through Sunday was when I would do it, and yeah, it was quite insane. But Yeah, it's anyway, that was fun and exciting. For segment number 3, we have the big game was last Sunday, and the Seahawks are your Super Bowl 60 champions. And
Congratulations.
yes, and which as a former Seattle person makes me very happy. And the Patriots lost, which is always a great day when the Patriots lose. Yay them. Um
Amen.
yes, exactly, exactly. Um, and so there obviously has been a lot of conversation about the halftime show. Now, in case you've been living under a rock or just don't know, popular Puerto Rican and Latin artist Bad Bunny did the halftime show, and he does not really speak English that well, and so all of his music is in Spanish. So the whole halftime show was also in Spanish. Um, Roger Goodell wants to make the NFL more international. I get that. That's why this was is to court a Latin American audience. It garnered huge views, 130 something million viewers, all this type of thing, most in history, all this sort of thing. But there has definitely been a lot of conversation about what that means, what the show was, the fact that most of America couldn't understand a word this man said. According to some Spanish speakers, he mumbles so much they couldn't understand what he said anyway. Um, and there's just been a lot of controversy kind of with it and around it, and kind of having this cross cultural discussion about what does the Super Bowl mean? Was this appropriate? Was this a good idea? And for me personally, I'll say right up front, I know that Puerto Rico has been part of the United States since 1898. We seized it from Spain as part of the Spanish-American War. I get that. I understand that. And I know that not everything produces always for me. And I felt like the halftime show wasn't for me necessarily. But then I guess my question also is, then like who is it for? Why were we, doing this sort of thing? Um and and
Yeah,
there
the
was
enamored crowd.
yeah, I was listening energetic the crowd was during that. Yeah, I think just because again, the vast majority of people can't understand a word this man says. And so, the whole performance is going on and everyone's just kind of like, okay, yep, that is happening over there.
I see
Wonderful,
one. I
lovely.
see one Heine back there, just giving it her all, though.
Yes, yeah,
It's the
it's
it's
just
the last zoom in. You'll see her. She going crazy with that phone. Yeah,
yep.
right there she is. She's
Yeah.
oh wait,
Yeah,
that
there she
one
is.
right there down in the
Yeah,
corner.
right.
Yeah, she is
Yeah.
having the time of her life.
Oh, so yeah, so I was like I feel like it wasn't for me, and I mean I guess that's okay, but I also feel like we don't have many rituals as a society. We don't have very many national things that we do all together. Um, and I feel like the Super Bowl is one of those things. And I feel like I'm not necessarily like, oh, we shouldn't have a Latin American artist, whatever, because we had J Lo and Shakira a couple years ago, and that show was fire. I've rewatched it actually. It was so good, and Bad Bunny was actually also in that show. Um, all this everything, but I felt like this was a bit of a miss for me. Like I'll say, like this was a bit of a miss for me in terms of it's not bad. The production value was very high. I just felt like it wasn't the show for this venue. If that makes any sense. It was a great show. Should it have been the halftime show for the Super Bowl? I don't necessarily think so. And I thought I would put it out to conversation to see what others thought.
Is there a photo you can get of like from the crowd's perspective of what the show looked like from like the nosebleed sections? It just looked like a patch of grass. Like
Oh,
it literally just looked like a bunch of tall
yeah.
grass in the middle of the field. Oh, that's not.
Nope, that's the game. Hang on. I
That's
just saw
okay.
one too. I was
But
scrolling through. I just
yeah.
saw one,
So, but
and
Cameron told me something interesting that I did not know is that the Super Bowl halftime show can either be produced for TV or for the live audience, but they don't let you do both. And I did not know that.
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting.
Well,
I didn't know
So
that.
yeah, because to make great television is gonna make a less interesting show for the audience, and to make a great interesting show for the audience makes for boring television. So you pick the medium that the show is for, sort of thing.
yeah.
So
So he
here.
basically went for anybody that was there live. He basically filmed the music video. That's what that's what he did.
Yeah. I'm getting the images. I'm looking at images now. No, it was very much like a music video. And it was, I mean, there was multiple set pieces. There was
A
you
bunch of
know,
people dressed as grass.
a bunch of people dressed as grass. Yes. There was a lot I'm not finding any good picture that demonstrates what you're talking about, though. They're
Oh, that's
I
all
all
mean,
right.
it
too
could
up
be
close.
photoshopped, but all over Google I see pictures of people in grass suits.
No,
No,
that's
not the
real.
grass suits part. He wanted a picture of what it looked like from the stands,
Oh,
and
sorry, sorry.
I'm not finding.
Yeah, it looks
Here's
like they
kind of
literally just put a
one.
bunch of grass on the field and like nobody could see anything.
Yeah, no, that's legit. No,
Cam,
they
it's that.
really.
It's that his halftime show is that horror movie you showed us in the fields.
I've made that. No, it's so funny. I made that. We were sitting on the couch getting ready to come do the show, and I made that. I'm like, it's like that grass movie on Netflix.
Yeah, literally. Oh my God, you're so psychic, Sheridan.
Yeah, no, yeah, no. I literally made that joke fully, right before doing this.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, so it's yeah, so that's kind of what it looks like from the crowd.
Yeah,
So
it was just
all
like
that
a bunch of
grass, those are
grass.
all people, and so they walked away, and there's the little Taquaria where he starts, and the truck and everything, and so yeah, so this was your view of the halftime show,
If
from the
anybody wants to
crowd, sort of
laugh,
thing.
watch the parade of grass people come out from the from the locker rooms.
Yes,
It's hilarious.
yes.
They're kind of creepy.
Or
Yeah, I
even
see
just
him shuffling along now.
Yeah,
yeah, just them leaving the field. It's just like these tufts of grass walking along. It's like a horror show. But yeah, it was. I mean, like I said, it was impressive. There were I mean, he had probably 3 or 4 different scenes. It was very music video esque. That is 110% 110% sure. However, interestingly enough, so there was a big dip in viewership during the halftime show. I just saw this. Let me switch back to the screen share.
oh yeah, new
So this
numbers.
is yeah, so this is the overall graph of minute by minute viewership. So here's the official start right here. So this is pregame, official start, halftime start is right here, and there's a big dip, and then it comes back up for the end of the game.
Mm.
So, so it was overall Seattle, Boston. So not surprising the Patriots were losing, Boston fell off. Seattle stayed around a little bit longer to see the win. The game end was right here.
Mm.
And yeah, and so it actually looks like, according to this chart, more people from Boston stayed to watch than people from Seattle stayed to watch.
It does. It does.
So yeah. So yeah. So it. Yeah, and apparently it was a little bit not what they were fully anticipating, according to Nielsen. It was a little lower
I
than they
get.
were anticipating, but
I have heard that. I don't know if this is true, but supposedly they said they're going to put a lawsuit on him, like through the FCC, because they couldn't do closed captioning because he sang too many vulgar lyrics, and it
yes,
therefore it wouldn't have been in those. If people don't understand, in America we have the FCC, and there are certain hours of time where you can't say certain things because those are like family hours or whatever.
yes, yep,
So it's very frowned upon, not only, and it's against the law, kind of against the policy, basically. So
yeah.
like you can't. What time is it? After 9, you can swear.
After 10,
After 10. So
yeah,
after 10 in America, you can swear on live TV. But
yeah,
before then, it's supposed to be family friendly, quote unquote, uh, programming.
Yeah. There's different times of day have different language requirements. Like daytime is very strict because kids can be watching, and then the traditional family hour programming is usually from like 5:30 to I think 8:30, and then you can get a little bit more loose between 8:30 and 10, and then after 10 you can really open the taps. Now there are some things you can never do, like f bombs. You have to, standards and practices at networks won't let you do that. You still have to kind of beep those, but you can say them after 10, but they get bleeped. But sometimes, especially on cable, back in the day, there was uncensored stuff. So a lot of, like, if you wanted to watch really good HBO stuff uncensored, you watched it after 10. Because then they shut off all the censorship stuff. So if you wanted to see like a full movie or whatever have you, hit the cable channels out. Back in this is so long ago. This is forever ago. Back in the day, these were the rules. And so yeah, it was, yeah. So there's yeah, NBC might have to cut a check to the FCC for a fine for violation
Yeah.
of FCC regulations. So,
Which is a shame. I mean, I guess nobody could really understand him anyways. I don't know that much about Bad Bunny. I've heard that song that I think everybody likes, Monaco. That's
yeah,
was his most recent big hit, I think, in 23. Um, or well, his biggest hit in 23, I should say.
yeah,
But yeah, the beat's really sick, and like the mood of that song is really good. I think that Bad Bunny fits that very well. But yeah, it is, and I mean, I took 4 years of Spanish. I understand. I might not be able to speak it well, but I understand all the cadence and the nuances and the intonation and stuff. Still, like I can hear it and I can say it like it's estoy,
yeah,
uh, vente, or, whatever it is. And
yeah,
yeah, you can't really. It's very kind of mumbly and like run along type of speaking. It doesn't really sound like what I'm, and it's not even that it's Puerto Rican. Like Young Miko, I can understand just fine, but Bad Bunny is. I don't know. He's. I guess maybe people are complaining about him. Like back in the day when Migos came out, everybody was just clowning him.
yeah. I mean,
Even Snoop Dogg and 50.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a new thing in music to kind of the mumble rap thing. Enunciation hopefully will make a comeback sooner rather than later, but it's fine. It's okay. I'm glad it happened. It seemed like it was somewhat popular, but I think a lot of people did tune out because a lot of mainstream America doesn't know who a Bad Bunny is, and again, the vast majority of people can't understand a word this man is saying. So
Yeah.
but again, kind of to bring the point full circle, I also kind of realized early on that I probably wasn't the target audience for this, and I think most of the country wasn't. The NFL wants to go international. They want to
Yeah.
get football popular in at least Latin America, and the reality is this is a great opening start to that market push. And so I think as a lot of this stuff gets more international, sports and things like that, there's going to be lots of moments where stuff is going to happen that just really isn't for us. And we're just going to have to learn to live with that, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I,
I.
I will
I.
say, and this is the most racist thing. I'm sorry, Will. This is the most
No, it's
racist
okay.
thing. This is the most racist thing. I did have that moment of feeling like we're losing the country a little bit. I'm sorry, that's very racist. But that I did feel that for a moment to be kind of
That's
like
not racist.
this
It's
isn't
a
the America
cultural
I
thing.
know. Yeah, it's like this isn't just properly America. I don't know. It's yeah.
Yeah. Um.
So oh, someone says
You
totally
know.
agree from Twitch. Hi,
Oh,
thank you,
thank you.
thank you, thank you, thank you
Oh,
for coming.
hey,
Thank you for
hey, cuz.
watching.
That's my cuz.
Oh, that's your cousin. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I
Hey,
remember
hey.
telling them to watch. Yeah, no, thank you very much, and thank you for watching, of course. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
just didn't
think
feel
that
American.
well,
Yeah,
it got everything. Everybody likes to make things so politicized nowadays, and this doesn't have to be a political issue.
no,
And that's kind of how I set it aside from a political issue, is that I look at that this was a brand deal for the
yep,
NFL, basically. So think of it like
100%.
that. Roger Goodell made a financial move or whatever. So, you know. it's just look at it like that. But I get people's hesitance and whatnot. And the thing about switching over to Kid Rock at the TP USA after I didn't watch the TP USA halftime show. I didn't watch anything. I know the new numbers coming in saying 35 million views on the night of after all the analytics came in.
Yeah.
So 135 million people might have watched the NFL, but 35 million of them dipped in halftime. That's something that people should pay attention to. That's something that the NFL should pay attention to. And I think it shows like a real divide on where people stand. And that's okay. And it's like, Roger, you can do it all, man. And we don't need to make everything a silly political issue. And also, I want to correct the rumor. That song about everybody keeps saying Kid Rock's a pedophile because he made that song. He's like, I don't want him. I don't need him underage or something. It's mandatory or whatever the fuck. That was a song that was not made by Kid Rock. That was made for the Osmosis Jones movie. Kid Rock did not write that song. It was written for the movie by the movie people, by the producers.
Yeah.
So I just want to dispel that myth away because he does not like underage girls.
Yeah, it's.
Plus, why the fuck was that even in the Osmosis Jones movie? Like, why did they? Was this a hint at Epstein? Were they trying to hint through Osmosis Jones? Oh.
Yeah, that was a very odd meme that didn't last very long, and but anyway, enough of that. We're at the top of the hour, which means it's time for dessert.
Whew.
Let's go back to this, and let me change a graphic here. I'm getting a little bit better about our graphic overlays. I think they look so cool. And today's dessert. So I connected on our TikTok with another bro podcast like us, and let me look up quickly what their Microsoft. I don't care about Copilot. Go away. No one wants to use your shitty
Copilot.
AI.
No, I do.
You love Copilot? You're the only person in America.
I love Copilot. Oh my god.
You're the only person in America that likes that stuff.
I'm
Literally
good with
the
that.
only one. I know. Yeah, I know you're fine. I'm just pointing out you're the only person in America. So the show is, it's kind of far back because I have the Dumb Marks podcast. So it's the guys from the Dumb Marks podcast. They're every Saturday. And I met them on TikTok and we went back and forth. They play a game called One Has to Go. So, sitting on the couch a couple hours ago, I did a list of one gotta go. And let me put us back into the video. Wrong tab. All right, so, and let me set this up a little bit. I needed to keep that graphic with me. Dessert, one gotta go. And today's one gotta go list, let's make this a little bit bigger so we can see it. And we'll make these a little bit bigger so that we can see them. One gotta go. So, from this list of popular animes that we have all watched in some or in part, one of these has to be deleted from the existence of the universe. It will never exist, ever, ever, ever. You have to pick one. I'm going to read them first, and then we'll go around the group. So, the list of things to eliminate are as follows. Neon Genesis Evangelion, Cowboy Bebop, Bleach, Mashal, the entire Gundam franchise, Code Geass, Death Note, Full Metal Alchemist, Chobits, Naruto, or Dragon Ball Z. So, I'll start with Connor. Which one of these would you delete from existence?
Well, never watched Chobits, never watched Code Geass, so they're not even in the running for me. But they actually make it hard on myself because I do love the manga, but as far as solidity of series actually goes, I'm gonna have to get rid of Bleach.
Ooh.
What have we gained? What have we lost on that one? Okay, Will?
Wow, I thought you were going to answer completely differently.
What did you think I was gonna get rid of?
I thought you were going to say what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Death Note.
That's sad. I love Death
Not
Note.
for me.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah, I know you love Death Note.
I know.
It's
I love
not
Death
bad.
Note.
I just think it's just not for me.
Yeah. No, that's okay. The one I made the list and didn't put the one that I would easily delete, and that's One Piece, but I want to make it hard on myself. I think of these.
Yeah.
I would probably, and I like most of these, but I think the one I would probably delete, even though I have the complete run of it, it's one of the few animes I have on my server. I would probably delete Chobits because it's dumb. It's completely asinine and inane. It's cute and delightful, but it's inane and banal. So I would help society by deleting Chobits.
It's
Yeah,
Like that
it's
just
too
like
would
a
late for me.
improve
slice of life
things.
show, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. It's very banal, but it's very cutesy and all this
It
type of thing. Yeah,
explores. It says it explores humanity and romance.
yes, and it's very cutesy and all this type of thing, but it's very banal. So I would help society by getting rid of Chobits. So
It's too late for
it's
me. The brain rot has set in.
I know. It's I yeah, it's but I'm honest. I'm kind of not surprised that because some of the other ones here are ones we love, like Full Metal Alchemist and Mashal. So I'm like, some of these I know are safe, like, but there's edge cases here. There's edge cases here. So, but this is a fun game that they play. They do it with music and all this type of thing. So I threw this here the last minute, but we'll play this again in the future, and we can and we'll make it more interesting and maybe a little bit harder. Next time I might dig a little deeper into the anime selection and really get crazy. I made this half hour before the show, so it's not super deep. It was off the top of my head, but yeah. So all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna wrap things up because I have a call at 5:30, and we have to have a little production meeting before then. So let me put us back in the three-way. Yay, there we go. So final thoughts for the show before we go.
Yeah,
Goodbye,
be nice.
Chobit.
Wait,
Get
what'd
like
you
Bleach.
say?
I said goodbye, Chobits.
No.
Goodbye, Death Note.
Yes,
Goodbye,
Yay.
Bleach.
yeah.
No.
I mean, with Bleach, what have we gained and what have we lost? So it's Death Note's a terrible tragedy, but the others, what have we gained, what have we lost? Yeah. So
Well, we're
it's
all just dolls in Eisen's playhouse.
I think so.
yeah. Yeah, I need dusting. Good. All right. Well, thank you guys, everyone, for coming and watching the show. Thanks for all the comments we got today. I really appreciate it. Make sure to follow us on social media, TLJ_joke. Find all of our links, extra content at thelivingjoke.substack.com. We are now taking paid subscriptions per month. So if you want to get access to the Discord and things as we start to launch exclusive subscriber stuff, now would be a great time to go at least subscribe for free or start your membership going, and that will encourage us to keep creating stuff specifically for you guys. Might want to start doing extra segments at the end or some stuff specifically for subscribers.
Yeah,
Anyway,
we can do some exclusive stuff or whatever.
yeah, we'll brainstorm on that. But I'm just encouraging everyone to, if you haven't been to our Substack, go check it out. At least subscribe for free because we are going to start launching subscriber only stuff here very soon. As the Discord being kind of the first thing. But anyway, so that's coming. Otherwise everything is good. We'll see you next week at 4. My name is Cameron. That's Will. That's Connor. This is The Living Joke. We'll see you next week at 4. Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Be good.